col fattotum della città largo. La 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 la. Resta bottega che l'alba già presto. La 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 la.
Hello. Tito Gobbi was an Italian operatic baritone and stage director whose career went from the 1930s to the 1970s. He was one of the most respected singers of his generation, known for his remarkable voice and musicality and his skills as an actor. He made many complete opera recordings, which are considered as models of the way of singing and interpreting the various roles. His repertoire included almost 100 operatic roles in operas by Monteverdi, Gluck and Mozart.
Non più andrai farfallone amoroso, notte e giorno d'intorno girando, delle belle turbando il riposo, Narcisetto adoncino d'amor.
But also Verdi, and Puccini, and even Berg's 20th century opera Wozzeck. But as his career progressed, he concentrated more on a handful of roles like Scarpia, Iago or Falstaff that particularly suited his talents. Gobbi was, and continues to be, praised for his characterization and musical intelligence. I would, however, like to part company with some of his admirers who seem to think that his acting and characterization skills are supreme, but that the voice itself is not remarkable. It is true that his high range was not his strong point, particularly as he got older. The vibrato tended to leave the voice and the timbre became dry. But this is a limited weakness in a voice that was, in many other ways, exceptional. Listen, for example, to him singing a piece of Baroque music.
Piango, gemo, sospiro e peno.
John Steen, the British opera critic, wrote, and here I quote from memory, that he would have loved to turn the clock back to be able to hear Gobbi's voice live in the opera house again. The following extract from a Tosti song gives us another taste of the almost instrumental perfection of which he was capable.
Io ti segui come ride di pace lungo le vie del cielo. Io ti segui come un'amica face della notte nel velo.
So I think you'll agree that Gobbi had a remarkably beautiful voice. There is a marvellous density of tone, the vibrato is attractive and regular, and the legato is perfect. His range of vocal expressiveness is what made him such a good singing actor. By way of illustration, here are a couple of extracts from the Cortigiani scene in Rigoletto, in which he moves from impotent rage
Artigiani, il razzo dannata, per quel prezzo vendeste il mio bene. Oh, voi nulla per loro sconviene. Oh, mia figlia, il pagabil tesoro.
to helpless pleading, the colour of the voice masterfully expressing the change. His dramatic skills are fortunately preserved in the 1964 film of the second act of Tosca at Covent Garden. We can see and hear the combination of acting, singing and musicianship which made him and Callas such exemplary proponents of their respective roles. Listen, for example, to this passage from the second act in which Scarpia evokes with an inappropriate urbane suavity the life or death of Tosca's lover.
La povera mia cena fu interrotta, così ho cacciato via mia bella signora. Sedete qui, volete che cerchiamo insieme il modo di salvarlo? E allora sedete e parliamo. Intanto un sorso e vin di Spagna, un sorso per
Iago in Otello was, of course, another of his famous and favourite roles. The video of Gobbi with Del Monaco and Tucci in Tokyo in 1959, though a technically mediocre recording, gives an idea of the excitement of the live performance and the vocal ability necessary to produce such performances live on stage. But here is an extract from the recording with Vickers and Reiseneck, conducted by Serafin. This scene in the second act again illustrates Gobbi's combination of nuance and colouring and power, from the duplicitous narration of Cassio's fictitious dream to the dramatic duet which ends the act and in which they both swear to wreak vengeance for Desdemona's supposed adultery. Another role for which he received universal acclaim was, of course, Falstaff. In his recording conducted by Karajan and accompanied by an excellent cast, he again displays a remarkable range of colours and expression using the text to perfect comic effect. Here, the fat knight is arriving in Alice's house for what he imagines to be a romantic tryst. Alice is playing the lute, and he first sings, in a falsetto voice, the words to her song, then uses the full warmth of his voice to express his bliss.
potrò morir felice, avrò vissuto molto, dopo quest'ora di beato amor.
Sua messer già.
Mia bella Alice.
A little later, in reaction to Alice's reference to his stoutness, he insists that, as a lad, he was a very slim page. The charming lightness of this passage is an appropriate way to finish our look at Tito Gobbi's vocal and dramatic talents. Please give me a like if you have enjoyed it, and don't hesitate to make a comment or to subscribe to my channel.
Quando ero paggio del duca di Norfolk, ero sottile, 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 ero un miraggio, vago, leggero, gentile, gentile, gentile. Quello era il tempo del mio verde aprile, quello era il tempo del mio lieto maggio. Tanto ero svilzo, flessibile, snello, che sarei guizzato attraverso un anello. Quando ero paggio ero sottile, ero un miraggio, vago, leggero, gentile, gentile.